transacting a little and swinging a little. But we've got Suhel Seth also joining us. Suhel ji, good morning.
Good morning.
Bihar settled lag raha hai aapko?
It's very exciting.
I still think it's even Stevens. I don't think you can call the election in any which way. I'm only worried about what Prashant Kishore said once in an interview, where he said he doesn't want to be chief minister, but he wouldn't mind being kingmaker. So depending on how Suraaj does, it's still
Suraaj is leading in 3 seats as of now, Suhel ji.
Yeah. So he can't be kingmaker. I can't imagine him even making a pawn, if you take the chess analogy. But it's still early. See, the problem I have is not with NDA or with the Mahagathbandhan. My problem is, and you know this better than I do, that you've had a chief minister who's been in power almost for 20 years. The affairs is pitiable. Now, if he gets re-elected, I have to give credit for that more to Amit Shah than to Nitish Kumar, because this would require skillful electoral management when you've actually not done real development for the people. So, I mean, that's my belief. So
but in terms of real development, the pull from that connects Raghopur to Patna is something that was 20 years in waiting. It has happened. The airport at Purnia, nobody thought that it will ever happen, and it has happened. The airport in Patna, nobody thought it will happen, and it has happened. So there are a lot of things that Bihar did not have, it has now.
No,
but yes, there are a lot of things Bihar should have and it doesn't have. I agree there too.
You're right. But look at unemployment. People, infrastructure money is spent by the government. Most of it, as you know, is stolen by contractors who have a deep nexus with the politician. I'm talking about jobless growth. I'm talking about employment. I'm talking about people having not to migrate out of their home states. You know how many people from Bihar, especially the young, are actually moving out to different states because they don't have, they don't see a future for themselves. And by the way, many years ago, and I must flag this off because it'll be of interest to your viewers, I wrote an article where I said, look at the irony of Bihar. 50% of the doctors at that point in time in All India Institute of Medical Sciences were from Bihar. And so were 50% of the patients, which means Bihar hadn't developed its own healthcare infrastructure. Second point I made is 50% of the IAS officers at that point in time were from Bihar. And yet Bihar's development suffered. So there is a tinge of irony that we must contend ourselves to.
No, I think in terms of a mission statement for whoever forms government and the Bihar 2025 has to be that the Bihari should not have to go out of Bihar.
Absolutely.
I think that has to be, in terms of, it should not be forced. It should have the option to, but should not be forced. There should be enough and more that should be for them to stay back. Just quickly going across to Shivani over in Patna. Shivani, you got a lot of guests around and people. What's the mood with the early trends coming through? Whose shoulders are drooping and whose are not?
Yes, so mood here is, the mood here, Anand, is that these are all expected lines. The big parties, BJP, JDU and the RJD are all pulling their weight. Their numbers are not surprising to anybody. But I want to get you the story of the supporting acts. I have with me the LJP, the Congress, the HAM, even Suraaj. I'll get quick reactions from them. LJP fought on half the seats that Congress did, but your strike, it's going to be much, much better. LJP's number and Congress numbers are virtually the same. And that is where the story lies between the two alliances. Are you happy with the LJP numbers so far?
Of course we are, but I'm sure in coming time we are going to increase our seat. And to exact poll, we are very happy. We are going to make government with the thumping victory.
And Congress was supposed to be the laggard of the Mahagathbandhan, and the numbers that are coming out, just about 10-11 leads for the Congress party. You are going to bring down the Mahagathbandhan.
No, it is not like that. This time we have, since 9 months, we have worked hard on the ground, and it is the only party who raised the issue of the Bihar and Biharis, and we are fighting for the right of Biharis. So I can bet you, and I'm very sure that as the time progresses and as the ballot magical box opens, the number will be in favor of Congress and India.
But the BJP allies are doing well, and HAM is also with us. Happy with the performance so far?
देखिए पूरी तरह से, और हम लोग आश्वस्त हैं कि हम लोग 2010 के प्रदर्शन को दोहराएंगे और हम 3/4 बहुमत से आएंगे। बाकी तो अभी 2 घंटे में सब कुछ क्लियर हो जाएगा।
क्लियर हो जाएगा, पिक्चर अभी थोड़ी बाकी है, बट देर आर ऑफ कोर्स लीड्स दैट हैव कम ऑन वर्चुअली 200 seats and already the majority mark for the NDA. I have Jan Suraaj representative with me. I think I see 3 seats, 3 leads for the JSP. Are you happy with the early trend so far?
Definitely we are happy and we are hopeful also, and as numbers are increasing slowly, so we are hoping whenever actual results will come, you will see definitely significant.
What is your internal assessment?
No, we have not done any assessment, and we do not make any claims. But we definitely say that whatever change is whatever change we see in the Bihar, that is only because of us. Bihar is talking on the lines of development. Bihar is talking on the lines of agenda, and that's what we have given to the Bihar.
Absolutely. So all parties here waiting with bated breath, Anand.
Well, thanks for that. And when you say hum, I am reminded of Bachchan Saab and hum, and ek dusre se karte hain pyar hum. That's what the NDA seems to be saying to each other this time around, contrary to 2020 viewers. And aap humse pyar karte hain. Continue to watch, continue to stay with us, not just on TV, and also you can watch us on YouTube.
Currently leading in, I think, 50,000 views, more than 50,000 views.
Namaste, thank you. See this, ek dusre se karte hain pyar hum has been established. Thank you so much. And on Connected TV also, continue to stay with us, please. Let's go across to the live result hub. Griya is joining us with more details. 203 leads, and of which 132 for the NDA. So they are slowly inching up. Yes.
As you've come to me, Anand, there is the first call that has died right now come in from Bhojpur district.
भोजपुर में शाहपुर.
From Shahpur, and we have a lead, BJP lead, Rakesh Ranjan is leading from there.
Rahul Tiwari, RJD.
So
leading.
overall,
Okay, Rahul Tiwari, RJD, the tables have turned now. RJD is leading.
Overall in Bhojpur, it seems neck and neck. It's 17 to the NDA, 16 to the India Alliance. RJD is doing reasonably okay. Now the India Alliance has gone up to 17. So RJD is doing okay in Bhojpur. The problem for the RJD was last time around they won a lot of seats here in the Magadh belt. That doesn't seem to be converting. And here, of course, in the Bhagalpur belt, which traditionally has been Nitish Kumar's stronghold, the party that's doing well across regions, seats alone. If you look at just the seats, 55, and they are up 12 from last time. They had 43 last time. The BJP had 74. They're down 14, but then they're also fighting 14 seats less. But look at this. The JDU doing well in the eastern part of the state. It's doing well in the northern part of the state, the Mithila belt as it were, and also up north in the Champaran side. So they're getting across regions. When a party starts doing well across regions, then you know it's pulling its weight. As far as the RJD is concerned, the RJD last time around, just pulling up the RJD seats, it is pulling the bulk of the weight as far as this alliance is concerned. 45 seats where the RJD is leading, Congress only in 11. But look at the geographical pattern. There's a cluster here. There are few odd seats here in Simanchal, but in the rest, in the central part of the state, I hardly see any RJD. Here in the south, again, I don't see any RJD. Here, if you go back to the 2020 map, there was a lot of RJD and CPI-ML in this part of the state, which is south of Magadh. But I don't see that.
With your
happening this
permission,
time
I'm just
around.
going to walk across here. चकल्लस चल रहा है, मुझे बताइए ये तब से आपके बीच में ये गुफ्तगू चल रही है. What is it that you are discussing? And there was some slicing, dicing and all going on. What were you doing?
मिठाई का फ्लेवर कौन सा?
Those rasgullas we saw at somebody's house.
Yeah, that was gulab
jamun. Yeah.
Now this is deflection, viewers. They are deflecting. They were talking something else.
We were actually talking about development. I mean, in this case, it was just a little bit about Bombay. But I think it's about the theme of the center and the states working together and improving things that haven't been done for years.
Okay.
So whether it was Maharashtra, whether it's UP, and I think increasingly you talked about the airports, etc. in Bihar.
Yeah.
I think the same story is going to continue. Bihar has.
So you hazard a guess.
Yeah.
I think they were talking about whether they're going to be Devendra in Bihar or not, or there will be Eknath Shinde's continuation.
No, sir, that conversation of talking totally diametrically opposites was Tejashwi and Rahul Gandhi, sir. One was talking unemployment, the other one was talking vote chori. But you are saying you disagree with Suhel, say?
Yeah, because I think there is a, see, Bihar has.
आपकी कुर्सी कहाँ गई? देखिए, इनकी कुर्सी कहाँ है? भाई कुर्सी लाओ जाइए.
लड़ाई तो कुर्सी
भाई लेके आता लाइए.
The whole fight is
आपकी कुर्सी आ गई.
Politics within a TV channel is far more dire than in actual politics.
किस्सा कुर्सी का.
ये बोल रहा है कि मेरी कुर्सी, भाई आप कुर्सी खाली छोड़ के जाएंगे या तो कुर्सी ले जाएगा या कोई वहाँ बैठ जाएगा.
आपका बैग नहीं गया वैसे.
But they are all disagreeing with on the infrastructure bit with Suhel?
Very simple thing. I think Bihar has particular constraints. For instance, there isn't enough non-agricultural land to be used with industries. So we need a slightly different model in Bihar for development. That will come through the connectivity that's happening. So it's easy to say, you know, it's jobless growth, etc. It doesn't happen in a day. You start having connectivity, you start having highways, you start improving people's quality of life in terms of healthcare. And eventually people will come back and start to do things on their own, because the safety net of having to live in Bihar and being able to have a decent existence will give them an incentive to start.
Suhel did not make a point about industry.
On the video wall.
Yeah, Suhel let's open him up here and then we can all talk to Suhel also. But Suhel ji did not talk, Suhel said did not talk about industry. What he said is IAS officers and healthcare, doctors, more doctors from Bihar, he has made a point in the past, but why those doctors are not in Bihar? And why is there poor healthcare in Bihar? That is not
Let me tell you why.
Jay.
Let me tell you why. I couldn't get the name of the gentleman who was
Saket
Mishra.
Saket,
thank you. See, the point is, A, I'm not looking for agreement. B, it's an opinion which is based on how industry warms up to states. Today, states are actually marketers. As we speak, the unveiling of the CII summit is going to happen in Visakhapatnam. Who's doing it? Chandrababu Naidu. Nitish Kumar started off early in a very dramatic and positive manner. If you recall, Anand and Zaka, you will remember that Nandu Singh, NK Singh, was appointed as the chief economic advisor for the state. I will only give you one real life instance to counter what Saket was saying. We all went to Patna, and there's a hospital there called the Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital. It's government run. It was in a pitiable state, still is, by the way. I'm talking about 20 years ago. And there was an offer made to do a public-private partnership. And who objected to it? The government bureaucrats, because obviously they were going to make money of the hospitals as they always do. It is not right for anyone, including Saket or me, to say this had happened, that is. My issue is as follows. A, you don't need highways to attract people. You need safety, you need law and order, and you need the willingness for industry. No, hear me out. Services, businesses don't require highways when I last checked. So let's not even go there. Today, Bihar is portrayed in a negative way on Jamtara. You think the average Bihari youth is not bright enough? He's far sharper than most of us imagine.
Right.
There is no services business. There's no services in Bihar to the extent it could have had. Number two, healthcare is not there to the extent it could have had. My point is, for 20 years, now if you tell me you built one highway and one, a road and 3 projects, damn good. You shouldn't be given a gold medal for that. Who's spending? Government.
So, Suhel ji, okay. Yes, Nalin has a point. Yeah, Nalin.
So Bihar has grown at a CAGR of about 11% over the last decade, which is the 9th fastest, on par with UP, but below Madhya Pradesh and below, of course, the richer states of Andhra, Gujarat, Karnataka, and so on.
But from a low base.
From much lower base, of course. So the point I'm trying to make is, now, it's real, in real terms, growth is 6.4%, but if you look at the per capita income, I'm coming to what Suhel was saying, Bihar per capita income is 33,966 rupees a year. UP is almost double at 51,898, and even Jharkhand, which broke out of Bihar, is almost double of Bihar at 64,347, right, per capita. So that is the nature of the economy of the state.
जनार्दन है if they think दाग अच्छे
no दाग अच्छे the fact that whoever gets the mandate today, let's say as of now it looks like the NDA who are nearing 140, whoever gets the mandate today, the next 5 years they have to show far greater amount of
खुशी से मर जाते हैं जो तेरी बात पे एतबार होता।
हाँ देखिए, अगर नीतीश बाबू को नहीं चुनते तो बिहार में अब भी जंगल राज होता है। मैं आपको चुप बुला रहा हूं।
I have also maintained in previous programs, I think it's also the failure of the anti-incumbent, the opposition, that they have not made this the number one issue. If today jobs was the number one issue, we wouldn't be looking at NDA 129 and India
opportunities
65.
was no, exactly.
But this is the last election
but somebody decided they wanted to do hashtag SIR. Somebody still wants to do hashtag vote chori, not job. Yes, Sandeep ji, and then Prem Gandhi.
We need to contextualize the whole question of where Bihar. Let's remember where Bihar was 20 years back when Nitish came and where Bihar is now. So if we were to compare Bihar with other states in a present situation, I don't think we are being fair to the state.
Anyway,
How it has progressed in
One comment quickly.
I think like historically, yes, Bihar
Suhel ji, you're on mute, one sec.
Historically, Bihar has problems. Yes, Nitish Kumar didn't deliver what he was expected to deliver in last 10 years. He did really well from 2005 to say 12 or 13. But from 13 onwards, this man was also fighting a political battle. Right, between 13 and 25, he has been changing party because it was also a question of his political survival. Now, if Nitish Kumar today comes as like a number 1 or number 2 party, we hope that in twilight, if he's getting a grand welcome from the voter, he also gives something grand to the state. And so let's hope for
what
that.
all pollsters predicted, around 140 mark, that's where the NDA's leads are. We'll come back to this conversation after a quick check on the numbers.
Currently, the BJP at 60, it's down 14, remember, but it's fighting 14 seats less. It fought 115 last time, 101 this time around. The JDU neck and neck at 59. The JDU, to my mind, is the big